Hi, I welcome you all to etutorialworld.com. In this session, we will start to learn about surveying. So, this is our first unit, Unit 1 Introduction. So, in this video, these are the following topics that you will be covering: definition, objective of surveying, classification of surveying, principle of surveying, measurements, plan and map, and scale. So, under definition, you will be learning what is surveying. Then we will discuss why we require surveying, what are the objectives of surveying, how is surveying classified, what are the basic principles that we are going to use in surveying, what are the different types of measurements which we will have to take, then some basic principles like what is the difference between a plan and map, then what is a scale. So we will start with definition. What is surveying? So as you can see here, I'll just read out the definition that is written here. Surveying is the art and science of determining the relative position of various points on, above or below the surface of the earth by means of direct and indirect measurements of distance, direction and elevation. So this is a pretty long definition, but this definition is complete in itself and it explains the entire topics which we will be covering under the course of surveying. So we will start learning from the first. Surveying is the art and science of determining relative position of various points on, above or below the surface of the earth. So surveying is not just a science, it is an art also. So why do we call surveying a science? Because it involves, surveying is called a science because it involves measurement of various points by using various scientific instruments. It is also called an art because once you complete the measurements, once you do the calculations and the analysis, how you represent these are also important. So that is why we call surveying an art also. Means we can represent our output either in the form of tables, in the form of values, in the form of figures or in the form of map. So that is why surveying is both a science and an art of determining relative position of various points. It is not just the position. Here we have to be careful with this word relative. It is the relative position of points. Means we will be considering certain reference points and we will determine the position of the required points based on these reference points. So relative position of various points on, above or below the surface of the earth. Means the points may lie on the surface of the earth, below the surface of the earth or above the surface of the earth. And how are you going to determine these positions? You will determine it by using either direct method or indirect methods of measurement of distances, direction and elevation. So we have distance measurement, we have direction measurement, we have elevation measurement. These three things are very important. This is what we are going to learn. How we will do distance measurement, direction measurement and elevation measurement. So this is the definition of surveying, which is very important. Next we will see the objective of surveying. We have three main objectives: to take measurements for determining various locations of ground features. Means by using all these methods which we discussed above, the direct method or indirect methods, we will determine the location of points on the surface of the earth. Once you determine these points, then we will represent them in the form of a plan or a map. That is our second objective. Our third objective is to determine area, volume or other related quantities based on the output. And these quantities, they will be useful for further engineering applications. So this is the objective of surveying. So with this, we come to the end of this session on definition and objective of surveying. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, share and comment.